chance to join the conversation and talk about what you want to talk about. Call the Jackson Electric Open Line at 672-KROE. That's 672-5763. Now, your hosts on the Jackson Electric Open Lines, Steve Sisson and Floyd Whiting.
And good morning and welcome to the Jackson Electric Open Lines. I am Floyd Whiting, here with my friends Steve Sisson, Trevor Jackson, Aaron Linden, Madison Danforth, and joining us this morning is Mr. Gene Sterling. Good morning, Gene. How are you?
Morning, guys.
Go ahead and pull that mic down in front of your partner. Now, those of you who are watching us on Facebook or streaming us live, you cannot see Gene, but I guarantee you he's in the room here with us. Now,
I can see Gene, and that's all that really matters.
that's all that really matters.
Sorry about that.
All right.
You look good, Gene.
Before we jump off into the poll question, Gene has an announcement. What do you got, Gene?
The Wyo Western Film Festival. Once again, I try to come in each Friday and kind of update it. And we had an amazing turnout last week. We'd like to recreate that this week with Duel in the Sun.
Duel in the Sun.
This is a big time Western of the era. This is filmed in the 40s. Gregory Peck and Joseph Cotton. Do you remember the Big Country, the movie Big Country? Chuck Connors from The Rifleman and Charlton Heston. Mm-hmm. This is basically the same movie.
They did that a lot back then.
Yeah, it's the good brothers, you know, the good, the bad, and the other bad, and they are, you know, on a ranch. It's called the Spanish Bit. It is 1 million acres, and
whoa,
yeah, I goggled that on the inner tube, and that is over 1,500. More, and he's in a wheelchair, and he brings. You can imagine how many cowboys you'd have for a 1,500 square mile ranch.
That's yeah.
So he brings this army up against the railroad, and that is the Western that's in the middle of this torrid love story.
There's always a torrid love story where you got to grab her by her arm and kiss her, right?
Right.
Save the day.
I'm gonna kiss you, see? You're gonna like it. So anyway, the duel. There is a duel. It's at sunset, and of course it's in this Technicolor, which was a very overdone palette. At that time, and you know it had a limited number of colors, and so every one of the colors are extremely overdone in Technicolor. But people were really enthused about color movies.
Oh yeah, back then it was a miracle.
You know?
Yeah.
So you know, they didn't notice. You know, that,
Well, the brighter the better.
Right. You know, lipstick looked like two apples.
It's kind of like when a photographer discovers that he can adjust the contrast of his photos for the first time.
Saturation.
Holy cow, buddy!
Yeah, the drop shadow. Anyway, that's the duel at the end of the movie is virtually 15 minutes long.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's two people, I'm not going to say who, just shooting over the tops of rocks.
A coward's duel.
Riveting cinema.
And so it just goes on and on, the duel at the end. But it's really well done. I'd like to mention Sean Patrick Higgins, who you all know Sean. He is a movie star, TV star, Broadway stage. And this is very much a Romeo and Juliet, and I see that Sean has done like Romeo and Juliet and Macbeth on Broadway.
Wow.
So he produced this film here. What is it? Early Light. I think it's called Early Light, and it's about veterans with PTSD that are being treated with equine therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was one of the Wyo Theater's film festival movies. So, you know, Sean has the chops, and he's, God knows he's handsome.
Well, next to Eugene, maybe.
And that always helps, Evan.
Standing next to him, he's got the hair, man.
A little bit of charisma goes a very long way.
Sean is going to bring some interesting insights, I'm sure.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Well, Gene, when's all this going to take place?
2:00. every Sunday through the first Sunday in February. We have the matinees. We have free popcorn. Go ahead and stick your gum under the seats.
Because you're not the one that has to clean that up, right?
Yeah.
And we have some prizes. I'm giving away one of my blades.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you make beautiful knives. I will say that. They are gorgeous.
Frackleton's is opening back up. Give them a plug. And they've given me some free dinners to give away.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right on.
And Buckaroo Car Wash.
Yeah, right on. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Gene, before I let you go, there's one question I've got for you, and this may be a little difficult for you because you are kind of a Western
Got
movie
math
buff.
in it.
I won't go any higher than 1 + 1. I guarantee. But my question to you, Gene, is what is your go-to favorite Western film?
Shane.
Oh, didn't even have to
that was
pause.
quick.
Shane.
Shane, without a doubt, I think the best Western ever. I worked on a Western. It was a TV show. It's called The Monroes, and I did 26 of those Westerns as a stunt double. It was filmed on the same set as Shane, the same ranch, and we were in the same house that was in Shane. And Ben Johnson was in Shane, was actually in the TV show with me. And it was very incredible. But Shane, I just think, has it all.
Yeah.
And the setting, and I was born and raised in Jackson Hole, and that's where Shane was filmed. When they finished Shane, they had built a town out there, and they gave it away, and all of the people from Jackson came to town out there, and they tore down all of that town, and they got to keep all that lumber. My mom worked in a store for like 25 years. It was made out of the saloon.
Oh, wow.
The lumber. Yeah.
Wow. Gene, you have lived a very colorful life, my friend. It's great to hear your
Technicolor,
stories. Yeah.
Yes, because it is a little overdone and outrageous.
That's a perfect description.
It's bright. It's bright.
Just missing the lipstick.
It's been a real duel, all right.
Well, Gene, I hope the place fills up, and this sounds like a pretty good movie. This film festival is something that is basically kind of one of the jewels in the crown of the YO Theater. You guys have this every year.
Yes, it's going on 15 years, and I think these films are probably in that 15 years. A lot of them, this is probably the only time that they've been aired on the big screen.
Yeah.
Which is really a treat, when you're seeing an actor that is 18 feet tall instead of 4 or 5 inches tall on your TV. So,
Right, yeah.
It really gives you a different perspective, and on the the historical side of it all, the Western film with all of their stereotypes and their tropes is definitely a big part of Western heritage, I believe. The cowboy was the quintessential American hero for generations, and still really is. I mean, honestly, the image of the cowboy in the American West riding off into the sunset is something that is as American as apple pie.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. All right, Gene, is there anything else you'd like people to know about this?
just want to say thank you to you guys. It helps a lot. Sheridan Media, you guys letting us promote these films there. It really helps the WOW Theater. This is, as you say, one of our most lucrative things that we do, because we virtually have no overhead. We buy a DVD. And
Go for it.
yeah, they don't pay me anything.
And it really does. It helps to preserve the heritage behind some of these films. And Charlton Heston, he himself was an American icon. And he plays in a lot of these
I
films.
worked on a
doesn't
film
he?
with him.
Did you? Was he a good guy in real life?
I
Did you get a
have
chance
much
to talk?
interaction with him? I was there. It was called the Mountain Men, and I was working as a carpenter, and we built Indian Village, and he was around. I worked with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
He was kind of bossy.
Was it?
I can see that.
I could kind of see that
That's
too.
really
Worked with
intimidating.
Sylvester Stallone in a movie too once.
How's Stallone?
He was really cool. He was very nice. He would take the crew to the saloon and buy everyone one drink, and he'd just disappear.
And then he'd just fade away.
Clint was kind of grouchy.
Yeah. He looks like he'd be kind of a grouchy guy.
Well, he's Dirty Harry. I mean, he had to be grouchy.
Yeah. You remember his old grizzled look in The Unforgiven, which we were discussing
Right.
before the show. Just standing there, I think you can feel him.
He's talking like this.
Drink some hot tea.
Yeah. Put the PBR down.
That was the movie with the orangutan, and the fighting.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Every Which Way But Loose.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite
Left Turn
films
Clyde.
as a kid. Yep. That was a great film. All right, Gene, thank you for coming in, my friend. And thank you for helping to preserve this. Folks, I'm going to let you know, if you want to see these old films right, now's the time to see it. During these film festivals, Gene is right. Seeing these American icons 18 feet high is much different than sitting at home and watching them on your screen. You really kind of get to see the film the way it was filmed
bring
to
the
be
kids.
seen. Yeah.
Bring the kids. These are all family-friendly films, and the kids probably will never have this opportunity again
Yeah.
to see Westerns like we did when we were kids.
Yeah, exactly. The landscape of American cinema has kind of drifted away from that.
Yeah.
But always have the why out. All right, we'll be right back. You're listening to the Jackson Electric Open Line on 930 KROE and 103.9 FM, Sheridan.
From the simplest to the most complex electrical applications, Jackson Electric has the knowledge, experience, and reputation to meet and exceed any electrical need or equipment. Jackson Electric expertise even includes phone systems, data systems, LED lighting systems, fire alarm systems, and irrigation systems, residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural. If it has anything to do with electricity, anything at all, Jackson Electric does it. 1851 North Main in Sheridan.
Space for new inventory in the new year. That means tons of in-stock items have been priced to move.